Welcome to the greatest anime podcast to ever fall into the face of this earth by
fall in this sorry, I didn't have anything.
You don't have anything?
Sorry.
Well, today we're gonna be talking about this anime in particular that Tucker recommended, kind of called Killing Bites, and it's I'm not gonna lie,
It's fairly new. I don't like it's releasing this year of 2018. Right now, actually, at the time of recording this, episode 6 just came out
today.
Yeah.
I believe it was
Yeah,
today. The 16th. It came out yesterday.
Oh, it did. So
It comes out every Thursday then. So, but
I found it because it was one of the new hot anime. So I was like, I clicked on it mainly because
wait, Crunchyroll has a thing that's like new hot anime, like, or like, what do you mean by hot? Like, it's like
no, not like hot, like oh, it's hot, like hot, like it's trending.
It's
hot.
trending. Okay.
So I was like, plus the cover was like, was this girl in a crop top, and I was like, this is gonna be interesting.
It's very fan servicey.
Yeah. So that's why I clicked on it. That's how I find most of the animes that I watch.
Tucker always has the weirdest recommendations for animes.
I usually show up, I'm like, you guys want to watch the Kaijo? Like, what's that? So these girls battle in swimsuits.
Stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of wild. But overall, me and Tucker watched 5. You watched the 6th episode yet? Or?
No.
We watched 5 of the episodes because that one just released before like we even knew. And Truman only watched 2 because he's a freaking loser. But we're
freaking loser.
Apparently, Chowder is greater than.
Yeah, you take the
Chowder's a better
some.
anime than Killing Bites.
Yeah. Is
Less
it?
fan service.
Chowder's got better boobs. I think that's why.
Chowder's boobs are better.
You take the moon and you take your boobs. Chowder.
That's not a good accent.
Overall, though, Truman, out of what you've seen, what would you say? Like, what would you give it? What would you give it as a rating? I'm kind of curious.
For the 2 episodes that you
For 2 episodes that you saw.
Behind the fan service, I really like the combat. Like so far, I just like I just like anime where there's fighting because I like it. Like other animes, there's like all this like talking before the fighting, but right away it was like we're gonna go to this place and we're gonna fight.
especially the main character because she is,
I mean, it's based on fighting. That's what it said in the beginning. It's like for like a lot of years, they've been fighting. For a lot of years, they've been fighting throughout like time, and they said, "Oh, now it's this," and these things fight. Whatever they're called. What are they called? Lycanthrope.
Yeah.
Lycanthrope.
Lycanthrope or
It wasn't
something like that.
lycanthrope. It was like Therianthrope. Some stupid.
Well,
So I guess it's a good time to introduce kind of what it is.
basically, it's like they're like people that can turn into like animals. Kind of. It's kind of weird.
So it's this world where these humans have been fused with animals, and so they can then choose to like become like a hybrid of that animal. So, for example, the
Well, they
main
did
character,
it for like genetic testing, wasn't it? Like they.
It was gene.
The reason that they did it, they did this experiment to like make these people for like this game that they make or shit, isn't it?
Yes,
gene therapy or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't do a great job of explaining, honestly, like the whole purpose.
Yeah.
It just kind of like throws it in
It's
there.
it's just for money. It's for merchants. It's for like
the like battle royale. They like made them for like gene therapy or whatever the heck.
gene therapy. Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, so these things are like actually strong. So we're doing like a black market underground gambling
Pretty
on
much.
these people.
Yep.
Yeah.
So and then that's when you meet our main character.
But before we go, like, kind of into, like, I'm curious, like, what your thoughts are, Tucker. Like, kind of give
So
us a
far?
general overview. Like, yeah. Like,
I mean, I picked it for a reason. 1, I like fighting, and 2, I just think it's interesting how
how the butts and the their parts
how
move.
interesting how far like anime will like push the boundary of stuff like
Yeah,
sexually.
yeah, very true.
Or like how innovative they'll get with it. Like we can't full blown naked people.
Right.
We're gonna have to work around it very creatively.
They just were like,
It's honestly for me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan. I wasn't for like I hated it for like the first 3 episodes. Like when I watched it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna tear this thing apart. Like I did not like it at all. I'm not a huge fan of like fan servicey-esque things though. Like, I mean, I think it's funny. I think it's like more funny than it is like someone had to draw that. You know what I mean? Like I think that's dumb.
The fact that someone goes frame by frame to like when any like girl with huge boobs moves, that frame by frame they have to go. Good.
Just imagine,
good.
like, you tell your kids, like, what do you do, Dad? It's like, I do the graphics for boobs.
I'm the boob artist.
They have great benefits though. I'm sure. Like
Probably.
Dental stuff like that. I'm sure.
Dental insurance.
No.
But no, like I didn't really like. I mean, I'm just not a fan. That's not really my cup of tea of like something to watch, I guess. But I'm not gonna lie. Like the plot is actually really good, I think, and I think like character dynamics, I think, are interesting with like the main character and
like the like side character.
Yeah, and like the way that she interacts with everybody, which I think is kind of cool. But ultimately, like when I first watched, I watched like the first 3 episodes, took a break for a couple days and finished. I had no intentions of like watching it, but I'll actually probably keep up with it now because like it takes off after like episode 3 to where it's like, okay, this is actually kind of interesting.
Yeah. So, should we get into like the first episode and how like?
Oh yeah, I mean like let's just give kind of a general overview. I mean like I don't know if we don't really have to go episode by episode because I think that if you think it's interesting, you know, you'll watch it on your own.
First impressions start with the first episode, and right away, it was like.
So yeah, like
super edgy.
Like so, the first episode. If you're getting into this, it's like under the ecchi tag. So, that's like it's a more like fan servicey anime.
Yeah.
And right away, it opens up with this
really creepy rape scene.
Yeah.
Right?
So
yeah,
you see this girl walking the street at night, and then all of a sudden you see like this car kind of pull up and a hand reach out and grab her and yank her into a white van. And then the guys like, oh, we found a high school, yeah, good. And then the next thing you see is them ripping her clothes apart, and be like, oh, we're gonna have some fun tonight. Oh, like, hey, take us down to the docks or whatever.
And the driver, one of the main characters, was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah,
and then the guy's like, oh, you can have her after we're done with her.
Yeah,
and he's like, oof.
So he is kind of like he has a good moral compass because I feel like he was kind of dragged into it.
Yeah, well, it becomes the main character.
Yeah,
like
he's like, oh, I don't want to do this. So he's driving, and so he is hearing them, like, his friends and, like, the girl, like, screaming and shit. And he's like, oh, I can't do this. So he slams on the brake, and at that same moment, you don't find out until later that she actually morphed into her hybrid animal.
Which is a badger. Honey bear.
Honey badger.
Honey badger.
Yeah. And so he wait, does he turn around and see like all of his friends dead?
Yeah, he stops the car, she like peeps out and goes, why'd you stop? And like all of his friends are dead, and he's just, well, I don't even know if they're friends, but like all the people he was with are dead, and he's just like, oh shit. And I was like, what was going through my mind was, okay, literally not even a minute into this anime.
I thought this anime was gonna be like, oh my god, this is gonna be such a rough like.
That was.
I thought that I thought like everyone else was gonna be just this, like hyper. Like,
honestly, the first episode was a pretty huge turnoff for me anyway, because it was just like a turn out.
I've never seen like an anime like. Like 30 seconds in, and she's been pulled in a white van.
And it's like, that's like,
whoa.
I'm not a fan of like that. Like people try to make something like super edgy where it's like, oh, we're gonna like have a rape scene and shit. Like, I get like that happens to people and that really sucks, but like at the same time, I don't think that it's very necessary for like the situation.
Yeah, they could definitely have taken other directions, but like that really like gets your attention. Like,
well, it gets my attention, but it's also makes me think like, what the fuck? Like, that's just so unnecessary. Like, and I think the dumb part after that is like, so that all happens, and then she goes, and then like she just fights like the strongest fucking whatever in the anime.
Like, take me to the junkyard.
Yeah, like I have to fight somebody. Yeah, and then she fights like the lion.
Shows up. Also, of course, like as soon as like he like meets up with this girl, he like accidentally like falls and like lands on her.
Oh yeah,
he's like classic. And he's like goink goink. Goink goink. And he's like, what are these? What are these? And then he's like looks up and she's like,
yeah.
She's like, Nani.
I thought
That happens in every anime though. Like I'm pretty sure that happened in Pokemon even.
I honestly so they get to the junkyard and then he like tries to get away from her, and so he climbs that like rubble and he finds someone else. He's like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, it's
and
like,
they just explain the entire premise of it to him like right there.
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
And
he's like, wasn't he like, you guys are a monster? And he's like, what?
No, he's like, there's a monster down there. She's like, what the he's like, I'm a monster too. And you find out he's a lion. You're like, oh, what the fuck?
No, he pisses him off first. And he's
he
like,
does?
Yeah, he's like, you pissed me off. And then he gets bigger and he's like, and
his lion form looked cool. I thought that was
one gripe I have is that all the girls are still skimpy when they transform.
Yeah.
And it's like,
everyone has really cool features, and the girls like, no, they're just basically like.
I just have fur covering my breasts, my forearms, and my legs.
Yeah.
That's like all.
I have some cloth covering up my body parts. The guys, it's like full fur.
I'm a lion now.
Yeah. Like,
I'm a lion. I saw a comment and they're like, "This is so." He's like, "That's so stupid. No one's legs those legs could not support that torso."
Yeah, his body did look hella disproportionate.
Yeah. I just thought that was a funny comment. Like,
he's like
it's
an
just funny
upside
that
down
that's like
triangle.
something you find and nitpick. Like, he's disproportionate.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're kind of getting nitpicky, but I think it's for like we're kind of critiquing it. But definitely like, and that is still within the first like 3 minutes of the anime.
Yeah.
Like. This anime literally does not like have a second where it just lets you breathe. It just goes right into it, and I appreciated that, but at the same time, like the way they went about it, I was like, oh my god, what am I watching? It was wild.
Fan service.
I did like how like the first episode does a good job of like setting up kind of like how this character is gonna act throughout the entire anime. Like obviously, she's gonna change. I think anyway, throughout the anime, because right now she's just kind of like because she ends up fighting the lion, dude, and like
kills him like right away.
Yeah. And
they don't even like really fight. He's just kind of like
I've noticed. I mean,
I'm the best fighter. I'm the best like whatever they're called. What are they called? There's another brute or whatever, aren't they called?
They're
something
brutes,
like that. He's like, I'm the best brute ever, and she's just like, "Aight, bro," and just like murked him in like 2 seconds.
Aight, bro. Let's see who's got the sharpest fangs.
I know.
She says that. That's like that becomes her catchphrase. That's kind of cool.
Her thing's always like, doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl, as long as you have like fangs or
the sharpest fangs.
The sharpest fangs win. That's the point of killing.
That's the second. I mean, I've only seen 2 episodes, obviously, but she said it in the second fight too.
No, she says it throughout the rest of the anime.
Oh my god! Does she always finish? Okay, this is a pattern I've noticed, and I know I've only seen 2 episodes, but I don't know if this is a continued pattern. But she always like gets her shit rocked, and then she's like, "Wait, I'm actually good," and then she's like, "Slash!" and they kill that person.
The fucking the finishing move stuff.
Yeah.
They're like slash, and then they're dead.
Dude, when he was fighting the lion and he used his roar ability, he's like, Nani, she can move. Like it didn't phase her, it didn't scare her.
Yeah,
it's like I'm a honey badger.
And then the narrator's
is that a joke? Is that like a play on the whole like honey badgers don't give a shit like that whole thing? Because honestly, I think her number one. I think the fact that she's a honey badger is hella lame.
Really? Yeah, me too.
I think that's so dumb. Yeah. But like. And then
out
just
of
like
any animal, like, the honey badger.
Also, at one point, they literally say too, she is the strongest. She says Rattels are the strongest mammals on Earth, and I'm like, okay,
humpback whale.
Yeah,
whale. Just only breathe.
Starts like can't breathe. It's like.
Wait, I guess a whale could. Can a whale breathe out of water? Because it needs oxygen.
Yeah, they do need oxygen. They don't breathe in water. They don't have gills.
Yeah, so you could like whale
not for long though.
Wait, I don't know if they have gills. I actually don't know.
No, they're mammals. They have
they are mammals.
But that means they could exist outside of water.
They dry up and die.
They would dry up and die.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like beach whales die. They need water. I don't know about whales.
Hopefully we see one.
That's a stupid transformation to have.
I failed.
Whale.
There's a hippo.
Whale.
There's a hippo.
That's cool.
It's not cool.
It's literally the guy's body, and then they just put a
hippo head on him.
Boulder hippo head on his
he's really not that cool, and he admits he sucks too.
Yeah,
we'll get into that. Yeah, I mean
that's always sad.
You'd know if you'd watched the anime, but that's fine. I'm sorry.
Truman's favorite anime is Chowder.
Take the moon and you take the sun.
But overall impressions of the first episode, like, did you want to watch more? Obviously you didn't because you stopped.
I watched episode 2.
Well, like, what turned you off? Like, what made you not want to watch any more of it, you know?
my impending having
Talking
to
the
work.
mic.
My impending having to go to work, and what was? I just saw a pattern, and I was like, "Oh, this happened last episode when she got hurt, but then came back."
I mean, like, literally.
And kind of like, I feel like, I mean, this is my first impression, obviously, but she seems like overpowered, kind of.
She is overpowered.
I was like, oh,
well, they do a good job of like you find out she has weaknesses like later on, but yeah, she is hella overpowered.
Because she was
at the
fighting the
start.
scorpion lady. She's like, "The honey badgers have the strongest coat and fur, thick armor that nothing can penetrate." I'm like, what? It's a fucking honey badger. Like,
Yeah.
What? A quill could penetrate a honey badger's skin.
Oh yeah, the porcupine lady. She
Yeah.
was cool. She was
Episode
pretty cool.
2, dude. They lead into episode 2. So wait, episode 1, you learn about like a little bit about like the the black market gambling on these hybrid humans.
Yeah.
What are their names? I keep forgetting what they are.
Zaibatsu or something like
Zaibatsu?
that. They're like
Something like that.
the oldest corporation or some shit. I honestly don't.
Oh wait, Zaibatsu's like the like
They're like royal
company, and then they
families or
have
some
like
shit.
and then they have branched off like 4 different.
I don't remember
I
honestly.
want to keep calling them clans. I know that's not.
I
right.
think
they're not
I think
clans.
they're not
Um,
clans. I think they're companies honestly. So
They are. They're like businesses and shit. They're like.
But they lead into the second episode by, well, one, she was hurt. What's her name? Ratel?
Rattel.
Rattel. Well,
Rattel?
her
name's
name is Hitomi. But,
Hitomi?
her
Well, yeah,
animal is
Hitomi was
Rattel.
like obviously like.
They call her both. They call her both.
Yeah.
It's weird. They call her Rattel and then they call her Hitomi.
I think that's just like her name, like her wrestler name is Rattel.
yeah, like
Because the other one was like King Lion or something like
Yeah.
that. Leo, the
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. King
Well,
Leo.
Himati. What was it?
Hitomi.
Oh, Hitomi.
I have
Tommy?
a character list right here.
Hey, Tommy.
Katana.
I have the character list right here. So, but yeah, Hitomi. And then the guy's name is Nomoto.
So well. Ooh, Hitomi. So Hitomi was pretty injured after that lion fight, so they ended up going back to what's his name?
His house.
Yeah.
Wait, no, he passed out. No, oh yeah, he gave her
Someone-
CPR or something, didn't he? Or some
No,
shit?
no. He just took him back to his place. He's like, "Oh, thanks for saving me. You can come to my place and I'll bandage you."
Yeah, bandage you.
Oh.
And he did that, and then he woke up and he was like, "I'm gonna grab something." Apparently,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go,
and he
like,
grabbed
go
her
get some.
boob.
grabbed her boob
Again?
He was like,
What is up with like people purposely putting like sexual tension? Like, I don't get that. That's just
Japan's a sexually deprived country, my guy.
okay.
I guess is
I
it?
guess
Have you seen like travel documentaries in Japan?
No.
I haven't.
They're weird.
They're weird.
That's the outside looking in.
But
Yeah, that was-
so yeah. He like, she wants food, so he's like, "I'll get you food." After that fight, and after he like heals the wounds, so he goes out to get some food for her. And as that is happening, he meets up with
No. Oh yeah,
he's
you're
going
right.
down,
You're right. Sorry.
He's going down the
Yeah.
street, and then the girl comes up in this trench cloak.
No, that's not what happens next.
Oh yeah, you just see anime boobs. I forgot about that.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
wait,
you
what?
just
No.
see tatas like
No.
nipple and everything. It was so weird and unnecessary.
Like my mom's like walking in the background like doing whatever, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a shot from behind her going like this, but it's like boom, fucking nipples, and I was like, ah.
That's what you stopped watching.
No,
I-
no. He was like walking, getting like clothes for her or something.
No,
Yeah.
food.
And he was just thinking to it. I was like, ugh. And then this girl's sitting there with red hair. She's like, "Can I show you something?" And he's like, "Yeah." She turns around. She's like, "Slam." and then
Slam.
he's like, "Duh." And then a fucking needle goes in his leg. He's
Yeah.
like, "Ow!" And he's like, "Where's this?"
That was so random and not necessary.
Yeah.
Like, why?
I really like. So one
Can
of the
you
comments. One of the comments was like, "There's more boobs in this than actual hentai."
Yeah, it's not censored. It's just flat out. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, all right.
Okay. And then it like cuts there, waiting for
Yeah.
the second episode.
It was insanely not necessary.
Yeah.
I thought. I was like, I remember that. I didn't even made a note of that, and I was like, that was just so random and out of place. It felt
Yeah.
like it was just like, let's put boobies. Let's put like a bunch of shit into the first episode of this anime,
boobies.
and yeah, we'll just go from there.
You know what I kind of like? How they're like, porcupines are the second strongest animal on the planet, with spines protecting their behinds, or some shit like that.
When they like cut to like
Yeah, like
information about the
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah, the narrator thing.
Porcupines
porcupines
can defend off the most ferocious.
It's like we're watching anime and then National Geographic at the same time. Like
So
they're
we're
like,
watching. It looks like it's like we're watching porn. A National Geographic.
an anime all rolled into one.
Yeah.
It's like and then I like how they're given like fun facts of like, yeah, a lion is the most dangerous predator in the jungle. And I'm like, thanks, I didn't know that. Like, good job.
I haven't been to elementary school.
Yeah. Or, like,
Lions are scary.
Also,
I'm
a
actually
very,
dumb enough to not know that
very
lions are not
creative name,
dangerous.
Leo. That's the guy's name, wasn't his stage name like Leo the King or some shit like that?
Yeah, he's like the best fighter or something like that.
Was the best fighter.
Well,
Was.
he didn't. Well, like later on,
he
he
got
doesn't
hurt.
even compete in the Destroyer, which is like their tournament thing. But
Maybe because he was shamed by a honey badger.
well, it's because he wasn't healed fully or
Yeah,
some
his arm was
shit. Is
still-
what he said.
His arm was
No,
so busted.
You mean his three? Oh, she bit off his 3 fingers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
Slash you.
that's wild.
Slash you.
But yeah, back to the what happens after the anime boobies and the fighting.
I thought it was actually really clever when I keep forgetting Hitomi. Hitomi shows up like, "Hi, I've totally planned this. Like I used him as bait because I don't care about anything except for fighting."
Yeah, she's just like wants to kill
Yeah,
things.
she's like, "I want to kill things and I want to do it like by myself."
yeah, that actually is where you find out.
And
Like,
I think
that's her biggest
that will
flaw.
definitely be a downfall in her character.
Yeah, I mean
Obviously.
they admit that too.
Yeah.
Like they say like she's not good at like close combat. Sorry, and
She's not good at clothes.
she's not good at wearing clothes. She's not good at close combat, and she tries to do everything by herself. Which yeah, like her
if you watch
team,
anime.
her team is so lame. Everybody else has like amazing people on their
Yeah.
team, and then she's just like, I have a rabbit that doesn't do anything
That
and
runs
then
away.
a
I saw that in
hippo.
the intro. I'm like, a rabbit?
Yeah,
Like, what?
no. Basically, the whole premise
Pretty
is like
cool.
this guy comes and he's like, you have to compete in the Destroyer under like Yushido, like one of these Aibatsu like factions.
Yeah, but
What's
she
the
doesn't-
animal?
She doesn't want to, but then like
basically her owner or like the person that made her is like, you have to do this.
he's
I think his
"Please-"
name's like Ishida or something like
he's like,
that.
"Please do this for me."
What's the
He's like,
animal?
"Okay."
What's the animal that one fat guy that intervened with the porcupine lady? Who was
That's the hippo.
He's such a lame person. He's like, I don't even need to transform. Pulls out like a 6-inch needle out of his
Yeah.
arm.
I think that's him, isn't it? The hippo. Yeah.
Because he's fat, but he's
Yeah.
like, he just like shoulder bashes her, and he's like, want to join?
Yeah.
And she's like, I just want to kill. I just want to kill
But
myself.
basically, she winds up joining, and then the next episode's kind of you just get introduced to more characters, and they fight more people. You meet like a
Oh my god!
what?
Is it the end of the second episode? The
Oh yeah, with the leopard or whatever.
Wait, there's a lesbian
cheetah?
scene?
yeah.
Yeah, do you
missed
know?
the lesbian scene.
Yeah, you missed it. It's with. Well, okay, it's not like a. They hint at like girl on girl, like it's yeah. It was weird. Basically, like, what does she like steal her pants or she steals her like underwear or something? Doesn't she? Doesn't the cheetah?
No, I'm talking about the like scene where there's an actual like bed and 2 women in the bed.
Oh yeah, that was also okay.
This is before she goes to
No,
school.
that was episode. I think that's in like episode 4 or 5.
Oh, it is.
Or I think it's in the end of episode 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And yeah,
They just show that for a little bit, and then you're like, okay.
I don't. Yeah, I
They
just
get,
don't.
they get a phone call and they're like,
Fan
"Oh,
service.
I need your help."
Yeah, it's like I was like, that's not necessary, but
Furries, big bugungas.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess this is probably a good anime for furries.
Also, there's a scene. Yeah, it was in episode 2. The guy went to his school with the girl, Mitsumi.
yeah.
That's her name.
Or Hitomi.
Hitomi. Jesus. And they were there, and then his fat friend looked at her, and he was like, "Oh," he's like a high school girl.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I thought that was only existed in like stories and like fairy tales. I'm like, what? That's
Yeah.
kind of creepy.
What?
Like what?
That
Why?
was really weird.
She said she was like, I'm in high school. I'm only taking like certain classes. Like, why?
And is she in high school actually? I guess
That's what she said. No, she is in high school.
Yeah, she's in high school.
She said she's like
in
I'm-
high school.
She's taking these weird classes like remedial.
She's in high
I think
school.
it's just a cover up.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure.
For what?
So she can like be a normal person.
Oh, so
but
she's
then
like,
also
I'm not
fight.
a honey badger girl.
You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get the whole thing. I just feel like a bunch of dudes sat around a table and were like, let's make this like.
Oh yeah,
Let's
and
give
they
her
make,
freaking boobs.
Yeah.
And
they
they're
make
like,
they make them dress up. Yeah. And then like here, put on these like furry ears and wear this.
Yeah.
And then go into a separate room, and that's when you start learning about how you can then like isolate your powers. So like.
Oh yeah.
So the first other like like hybrid that she meets, steals her panties, right?
Yeah, like
Steals
the
her panties
cheetah.
and runs off, like runs super fast.
And then they just 10 minutes of like her chasing her.
Also,
and then they fight,
she doesn't care. So she's like, oh, you stole my panties. So now I'm gonna transform into a honey badger and run through the halls like this.
Yeah.
So she runs through the halls, and then she tries to catch her, but she can't because she's super fast.
She's a cheetah.
Like later you find out she's a cheetah. He's like, oh, what the frick? He's like, and they fight a little bit, and then it's stopped by some random dude and a bear.
Honestly, episode 1 through 3, kind of boring, and like, I mean, I understand you have to like do character build up and kind of like set the situation.
Mm-hmm. You think it'd be easier solved if they kind of introduce them, but not until the battle? Then they give you a little flashback of like.
Well, I mean, I understand like they have to build a team and stuff, and like. You have to introduce, and like they kind of did it as a way to like introduce, like there's a diverse amount of like whatever, like brutes and shit, and like I don't know, I just felt like the chasing the cheetah around because she stole her underwear, like a lot of that shit, like it just tried to make it like a lot more adult when it didn't need to be, I guess, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not saying like you can make that kind of stuff if you want. I thought like. It was very all over the place, you know what I mean? It's like 1 second, it's like, okay, I'm watching like these two girls like without underwear, like, you know, like chasing each other, and then the next second they're like, okay, this is actual like character development, which is kind of weird. There's like a weird dynamic between it, which I mean, I didn't really enjoy. I
think personally, I'm just trained not to like those moments because like in Naruto, they'd be those moments, and I'm just like, fuck, why?
Yeah.
And then it just like in my head, I'm like, can you please continue the cool fights and ninjutsus?
Well,
but with characters with Jiraiya, I'm like, yeah, that's Jiraiya. I'm fine with that being a thing because that's Jiraiya Sensei. He's a freaking perv.
Yeah.
But like when they're just randomly like,
let's go to the hot spring.
Yeah. Those moments, I'm just like, I don't. Care for them.
Character develop, like I understand it's like flavor. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of people enjoy those kinds of like scenes and stuff because it's like it's flavor. You know what I mean? For most people, but like.
I don't mind them.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, give us your perspective though. Then, like,
I like big bouncy boobies.
Oh, I mean, if it's in there, cool. If it's not in there, cool. I mean, whatever. I mean, it doesn't.
What
I don't know. I'm not like I don't know. I think it's also just kind of like what it's going for.
What do you mean?
Like there's no progress made because it's just
no. It's definitely like very fan servicey. So that's just like what it is. You know what I'm saying? I know it doesn't like add to the story,
but it also isn't taking itself seriously. So you can kind of like enjoy the fact that it's like a movie.
Yeah, you can
like movies that don't take themselves seriously.
Yeah, you can enjoy the like the little things.
I can buy that. That's actually
that's why people like. Come to watch these because it's like, oh, there's like I like the fan service, but I also like cool fight scenes.
Yeah,
and
I can totally agree with that.
Meme where it's like, came for the boob, stayed for the plot.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
I can agree with that actually. Like, you know, like some people like there are movies and TV shows that don't take themselves seriously that know what they are.
It's like Grey's Anatomy. It's like, oh, you get these hot doctors and stuff, but then like.
And every one of them dies. They kill off their entire cast.
But they're also like having sex and like there's scandals and stuff.
Like this is a doctor TV show and it's a porn.
Yeah.
And it's softcore.
Or it's like what's that TV show that like they break the fourth wall and stuff all the time? I don't even remember. It's not that important. But like shows like
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown, yeah. Charlie Brown.
He breaks the fourth wall.
He's I don't know. Just shows that don't take themselves seriously and stuff. That's a pretty good, like, I would say that's a good, not excuse, like, a very fair, like, reason to enjoy that, but.
Fun fact, my favorite, my favorite fan service, I don't even know if it's fan service, for Naruto, just a quick fun fact, The time Kakashi called Guy Sensei's penis an acorn.
That
That was the only time when I was like, okay, that's funny.
Okay, that's funny.
I just thought of that when you were talking about just fan service, so I just wanted to bring it
acorn. It's a weird topic. We're talking about like anatomy. I don't know how to
Here's
feel
a
about
good
it.
question.
Grey's Anatomy.
If you could turn into any animal as like your thing, what would it like? What animal would you?
What
wanna-
animal would I want to be that takes part of this anime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What one?
Like if you were in this, Tucker Thompson was a brute. What animal would you? And you can't be like a bear because you have to like look like a character that you look like. Because hippos are fat, right? So you can't be a hippo.
Why not?
Or you can because you're
Yeah.
freaking fat.
I'd be a water buffalo. The
Yeah,
next-
you could.
The next fat.
I
would want-
you be a turkey.
I'd be a turtle. I'd be completely useless.
You'd just grow smaller. You'd be like this. It's like, what do you?
I get scoliosis when I change.
Would you actually be a turtle?
I kind of want to.
That'd be kind of cool though.
I want to be. I want to be
snapping-
like an. I want to be like an amphibian.
Yeah, like
Like a-
could you be like a shark or something? Or like would like nature the laws of nature apply? Like would I have to be in water to like transform and stuff?
I would say so.
Yeah, I think laws of nature would. You can't be like a fish.
That's lame.
You can't be like a tadpole or anything.
I can't be a
You can be like a
tadpole.
frog though.
Can't be like caviar. Like.
Honestly, I would I'd be a frog, actually.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
You got a tongue. You can jump high.
Kind of
Yeah.
Are you
like
poisonous or are you
Be
just
like
a regular
some
frog?
Gamakichi type shit,
Oh,
you know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Kind of
Dude,
like My Hero Academia. That one girl. I don't remember her name.
I've
You haven't seen
seen
it?
very little of My
Oh,
Hero Academia,
sorry.
so no. Keep going though.
No, there's a girl in it that's like, her quirk. They're powers and they're called quirks.
Yeah.
Her quirk is just being a kind of frog thing.
Really?
Yeah, she's got like a long tongue and can climb.
That'd be
shit.
kind of cool. I feel like you could use your tongue to like your advantage for like maybe like I don't know, diverting like
I would- yeah.
attacks
Sticky
and
hands,
shit.
sticky feet.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
climb stuff and you can like
Would you wanna
you
be
could
a-
fight in water too
Would you be
technically.
like
Would you be a poisonous frog or just a regular frog?
Dude, I'd be a poisonous frog.
Of course.
I would that
But
makes
then
you way
what-
more lethal.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like if you have to be a poisonous frog, you have to give up something. You know what I mean? You don't just get like
I want to be a.
You're probably
cockroach.
very fragile. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like
I'll
you
be
have
a-
like skinny. You just,
I'll be a cockroach
why?
Why?
because they're fucking durable.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they.
They don't,
What do you?
can't,
Are
you
you?
can't attack anything.
First off-
though, really.
Is that even an animal?
You'd
That's an
scurry
insect.
when somebody like you see the light of day.
Praying mantis would be cool.
Okay, what would you be?
Would you be a praying mantis? I would
No, I
seriously
wouldn't.
consider a turtle, but I feel like I'd be kind of useless.
What do you mean?
Because I
Would
just
you
have like
kinda
a shell. Like, what would I get?
What if you're a snapping turtle
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and you have like
I'd be a Komodo dragon.
that'd be cool as hell.
Or a dog.
Also, I feel
But
like if this anime, like, they made a gecko, like, a fighting animal, and those aren't fighting animals.
Yeah.
Like, you could definitely be, like, a turtle and do some cool shit,
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like. So.
You could like spin. It, like I could receive.
You could
my
just be
shell.
a strong turtle. You could be Bowser, for fucking all we
Fuck,
care.
I'd be
Like,
Bowser.
oof! Alright, what would you be?
ah shit. What would I be
I'd be a creeper. Sorry.
from Minecraft?
Yeah.
I'd be an Enderman. No, I'd probably be like. I'm trying to think of what animal I look like. Mm,
A butt? Oh, boom roasted. Got you.
what would I
What?
be?
Yeah, dude.
I look
That's
that.
not an animal.
I think you would make, like, a
Chuman's,
cool, like...
no, Chuman's already an animal. He doesn't need to change.
Yeah, boom. Got you.
I'd probably. Ferk. I'd be like. It's a cool animal.
Chuman, what are you afraid of most? Like animal wise.
If I were an animal, what I'd be afraid of?
No,
the
no, no.
most?
What are you? What animal are you afraid of?
Dude, easy. I'm afraid of bugs. I hate bugs.
So is Chuman.
I do. I hate them.
I can't deal with bugs.
Yeah.
Like, screw that shit.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Ooh,
Like,
spider. Is there a spider?
There has to be a spider. There
There's gotta be.
There has to be some like really tall, huge, boobied spider that's like, I'm fancy, but also
widow.
probably.
there's a...
I'm a daddy long legs.
Isn't there a character in Naruto that's like a spider or some shit?
Oh yeah.
Isn't there?
Yeah, like you remember the four wall people?
Yeah, she's like a spider, yeah.
I'd be a Highland cow.
No, it's a dude.
Are you being fucking serious?
yeah.
What's that?
A
I don't know what
Highland
that
cow.
is.
A Highland cow.
Yeah, what is
They're
that?
really cool looking and they have horns.
I can see you being like a buffalo. They're like
Buffaloes
a
are
buffalo.
cool.
On the
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Guy on a Buffalo? I know this is kind of a side tangent, but
No, I've never.
oh.
What is it?
I hated it.
It's
It's stupid. It's a forced meat.
It was like 6 years ago. It's a song. It's like guy on a buffalo.
It was funny because it was random.
Down the buffalo.
That's why it was funny.
No. Okay, so you'd be a buffalo?
A freaking Highland cow.
Okay, so tell me what a Highland cow is.
It's a cow, but
It's like from
cool.
Ireland or some shit?
It's from Scotland.
Of course.
It
Okay.
can, no, well, it's from there, but you can have it in everywhere.
Do they do anything cool?
They're furry and they have horns.
They're furry and they have horns.
Shit.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, that's
Especially
all
the
you
horn.
need.
Also, they're dirt. They have really thick coats.
All you need to succeed in this anime
Dude, you have
is
4 stomachs. You could like eat people and digest them like 4 times.
What?
Okay, so
All
like
day dairy cow.
kind of getting back on track with like the characters though and stuff like so. Can we just take a minute to talk about why every character looks way more badass than Hitomi's? Why? I think
Yeah.
yours looks so lame compared to
Well,
everybody.
That and any girl is hypersexualized because of what it
well,
is.
yeah, but like even the other girls, like I think the cheetah looks significantly more cool than
Really?
her. Yeah.
I hate
What about
like
the bunny sucks though?
Okay, the bunny is god awful actually.
but
So it's like all those 3 girls, the bunny, I don't remember her name.
Bunny.
I forget what her name is.
Her name is Bunny. Her name is Bunny.
Arusa is the cheetah. Oh, Ui Inaba is the rabbit.
We
Mm-hmm.
pig. Because I'm super smart.
I would say that those 3 girls, like in particular,
I'd be
had
taking-
really crappy, like transformations. But
I don't like the cheetah because her freaking hands are like.
pause.
So it looks like somebody took like a like.
A dough roller and
Yeah.
like rolled them out.
Flattened
Yeah.
them and she's like, "Ugh,
Yeah,
this is gross. Like a teenage mutant.
That's
Ninja Turtle
right.
just like, they fuse together. She's like, ah! Whatever was just painful, not instant. She was like, ah! Like skin's going like.
okay, nobody that would be listening to this on audio would be seeing this, but they're doing really weird hand gestures.
Remember when turtles would like?
She's like, ew.
Yeah, they have like these.
They have 3 fingers.
They point like
Yeah, like it's like Shredder. That's why he's angry all the time. They're all flipping him off. He's like, who's that guy? He's like, stop. April.
Shredder's like the biggest misunderstood villain in the entire like history of cartoons.
These 4 ninja people are flipping me off.
These 4
These 4 little shits are just flipping me off all the time, and
want
then
some
I'm the
pizza?
bad guy for trying to like stop them. That'd be funny.
Never mind. I don't want to get a tangent about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was like, if there was turtles living in the sewers, I'd want to kill them. Creepy, slimy turtles like, give me fucking pizza. And like, get out of our town!
Give me pizza.
Just Billy club them until they stop talking. They're like,
Just Billy Club 'em. Yeah, I think that I would also want to kill turtles that are in my town, but that kind of brings into like. So Jesus, we went so far on a tangent.
Let's tie this into the anime.
That's a good segue, Drew.
Thank you.
It's a good segue into my next point, which I don't actually.
My next point. What's up with turtles? Alright.
Why isn't there a turtle girl? And she's
think-
really
well,
shy all the
we
time.
haven't met any. Like, I feel like there's gonna be more characters that'll be introduced. I think maybe. I don't know. They're kind of in like. I feel like this destroyer thing can't last for more than a couple more episodes.
But wait, where did we leave off? Episode like 3.
Kind of.
Oh yeah, so after the cheetah, there's also a huge segment where they like, I think we briefly touched on it, but the one dude was like, a high school girl, what the heck? Anyway, so they got the cheetah girl and Hitomi, and they're like, hey, you're put on these suits, and then that's, like I said, they find out about isolating your powers. Like, you can like use your ears. Like, they would isolate only their power to use their ears because it uses less energy, and then you can like, I guess, use whatever you isolate better.
Yeah, like
You
you
know what I'm
can
saying?
use certain like if your ears.
So
You
like,
can, like
you don't need your claws in your tail when
Yeah, there's
when
always
you're
a
trying
scene.
to listen to something.
There's always an ass scene for when she transforms.
Yeah,
So
like
it's
her
It's
tail.
weird that her tail is like the lower half of her spine. It doesn't come out of like
her
butt.
It's
It's like
that's because
it's like 1/4.
because your tail doesn't come out of your butt.
It's like-
it comes out of the end.
well, like it's perfect.
yeah,
it's
I guess.
purposely elevated on the skirt so
That's
you
true.
can see her underwear.
That's
like
true.
that, which I think is dumb. But
I think it's hot.
But yeah, there's that whole scene like, oh my god, they look so hot, and you basically see their but
they like start posing for them and stuff in this like circle. And
yeah,
I was
people
like,
are like taking photos and
I
stuff.
was like, what the hell? It's
Like,
just so out of place. Like,
It's like I thought this was like a edgy fighting movie game.
What? I guess after that, then they kind of hear about, hey, get involved into this destroyer battle royale. I'm like, oh, what's that? She doesn't want to go, but then the boss calls again. It's like, hey, I really want you to do this for me.
we
Like,
need
oh my God,
one
boss.
person.
Yeah. Why is she so like happy whenever she like
Sees the boss.
I think it has to do with kind of like he made her thing, something like that. I don't know.
So then she goes, okay, fine, I'll join one, whatever.
Well, they agree to join the Hippo, and then they're like, by the way, Namato, who is the guy that so basically Namato is the dude that drove the van that helped her, like stopped his friends kind of, but she killed them. Like he is just still there, which we kind of forgot to
It's
mention.
because he's the last bet on Leo or something like that.
Well, he ends up, so basically by him hanging out with her, he becomes her like beneficiary.
Yeah,
Like,
and like since he's like rich already, they're making him like to partake in like the destroyer. Like he's going to like be the guy. Basically, the whole point of the destroyer is the teams. So you have a team, which they don't tell you right away until you get into the. He finds out like the anime does like a kind of good job of like makes you feel like
they introduce
cluster cussed basically because it's like all new for them too.
Yeah,
but it's like
it's new for them because they changed the rules this
year.
year. Originally, it's just like there's no teams. It's just
it's fine.
It's no teams, but this year it's a 3-man squad that goes in.
And the beneficiary like leads the team. He makes the
like chess,
brutes
but with
move.
real people.
Yeah, and if they don't listen to him, they die. They'll explode basically.
Oh Jesus Christ!
But before they like go to the destroyer
They find the rabbit.
Yeah, then they have to find another person on their team.
And they're already hella late. Like, people have been making teams, like, months in advance and been practicing. And out of nowhere, they're just like, hey, we just want to throw together a team in a life or death tournament, basically. Like,
and then eventually they find the rabbit, and she doesn't want to fight because she's a rabbit and can't, like, she's not...
She can jump.
She's not threatening at all. I guess she can hear well, and that's basically
it. We have yet to see her do anything useful, actually.
Yeah.
So, okay, can't say it. Like, she did... There in the fight, she fought the what was it? The thing that can shoot the blood gecko or whatever. She was able to hear that there was another one of them, but that's the only thing that she did. Like actually, the only thing she did. So,
so yeah, that's when you find out that you're introduced to another team. It's like that blood gecko.
Yeah.
Some dude who's an absolute perv.
Oh yeah, the snake.
Like you don't find out. Yeah, you don't.
I was about to talk about a snake. I'm like, do you think there's a snake?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. So there's a creepy dude. Like, oh my god, he's creepy. And not until later you find out what he is, and you're like, oh, that makes sense. He's like, what? How do you first see him? He's like, trying to. Like,
so basically, let's just fast forward a little bit. So basically, the rabbit decides to join the team. Blah blah blah. Of course, she does because she doesn't have a choice. So she joins the team. You get on the boat, and then the rabbit lady, then is she get kind of nervous because they're kind of going over the rules, and then that's where you meet this snake character, and he basically raped this girl like in on the boat, and like was talking about it, and then he was gonna rape that girl too.
the
rabbit girl, and
that
it's like
rabbit
it's so weird. Like
it's kind of messed up.
Yeah, it is.
It's like getting to know this character. It's like, oh, this is a kind of a it's a rabbit character, and then there's a guy that's like, I'm gonna rape you.
Yeah. Basically, yeah,
that's kind of messed up.
And he just got done raping somebody else. Like. It's
like I don't know who's all the whole team. It's like the snake.
They're reptiles. Like I think
I forget the other one.
The gecko lady, the snake, and the alligator.
First off, what is his transformation like?
Basically, he has a snake body and
he's
then
like
the torso. Like
torso.
So he's like
human.
So
and
he's
the
like
rest
a
is snake. He's a cobra or anaconda or cobra.
I don't know. I really don't like his character. I don't care.
Dude.
Like there's so many better ways to make somebody evil rather than making them rapey. Like that's just I'm not a huge fan of that at all, honestly. Like I don't think that adds to it. I don't think that makes him any more evil. I just think it's really fucking weird, actually.
It is weird.
Like
I mean, it's kind of hard to see.
I think it does. Like part of me is like, oh dude, like I hope this guy, like you kind of want to know, you want him to die like gruesome.
Yeah.
Like he does all this stuff.
Yeah, but like
I feel like they're trying too hard so that people feel that way.
Yeah, like they're trying way too hard to make this character be like super evil.
He's the worst person ever.
Yeah,
he's a snake. He rapes people.
Like that's just
instead of like
weird.
hinting at it, they actually have like Because
Wait, was there like a rape scene?
There's
yeah, kind of. Like, I mean, you don't see anything,
so
but like
The startings of it, maybe, or just
Yeah.
like the.
and his entire team is like cool with it, and then he like talks about his dick at one point, and I'm like, this is just so out of hand. And
Did,
like,
did he say it was big?
no,
in the battle royale thing.
I'll explain.
Um,
we'll explain.
In the battle royale thing, I'm just gonna skip to the. So they're all in different sectors, and so Hitomi makes it to like by accident, not by accident actually, but makes it to the best spot on the map.
The whole point is basically Hitomi. So he doesn't know. Namato doesn't know the game at all, but she does. And so Hitomi is like, "Yo, I'm just gonna tell you what to do." Like, and they talk about that. She's like,
I'll give you
the
signals.
reason that I want him to be my like beneficiary, my like leader, is because he'll let me do what I want. He's easy to push around. And so she's like, "Yeah, we're going here and here, basically." And so yeah, she gets to this like really high point in the map, like the map, quote unquote, where she can like see everything that's going on and stuff. And then you introduce
Who
these.
shows up? I forget who shows up.
Well, this bear character shows up, and she just kills it. Like, she doesn't even do it. Like, he does one attack, and she counters it, and then just kills him.
Yeah.
It's not even a fight. It's literally like a half a second long.
It's literally like he like does a super powerful attack, but she's like, "Sup, bitch."
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm on the fence of is just like it's just constantly going. And I'm like, what just happened?
And then like after that happened, then there was a.
This
fight
is where it
between-
gets good, though. Like, after
I guess,
episode
like-
3, it gets good. I just really don't like that snake character. Like, that's the
That's
only
just-
person that I like. I really don't enjoy.
Oh, you.
I
Also,
don't even feel hate. I just feel like it just feels nasty.
It's weird.
I just
like,
feel like
Why make that character? Why make that a thing?
I
Like,
hope he dies.
But yeah.
because I don't really want him to like.
He is gonna die. I'm pretty sure he dies in that episode.
because right now,
6.
because probably episode 6, he'll probably die because
They're fighting him right now.
Yeah. So Cheetah.
Well, let's talk about the alligator stuff because that was cool
Okay.
as fuck too. Like that happens before that. Basically, like there's just tactics to it. You know, like the whole thing is literally like the last people standing win if you're on the same team.
Like an
Like the
arena.
last team standing wins.
Yeah.
And
It's like shogi.
it's like gladiator fighting kind of, but like chess
cool.
also. And it's when it gets good actually. I would seriously like you should watch it. I'm gonna keep watching it. But like you meet this alligator character and he's way freaking badass. Like his like body becomes this like honestly, I don't know if you guys don't play League of Legends, but did you ever see the character Renekton? Okay, he looks like that. He's really cool. He has this like this gigantic head and then like his alligator head and shit. And it's he's pretty dope. Then you meet this gorilla guy, and that's where you find out that the hippo dude is absolutely useless. Which I also don't enjoy the fact that every other team has like a ton of awesome people.
Yeah.
And then Rattel's team is just like, no,
We
we
just
have,
have, like,
we have a
Rattel.
hippo and a rabbit. Nobody does anything other than me, basically.
Do you think the characters act like the animals are like perceived in culture?
No, kind of. Actually, yeah.
Because you think of a snake. I mean, snakes are like, I don't know, biblically they're like evil.
Yeah, that is true.
I
Actually,
think they do kind of play on like.
And then like the lion was like, I'm the king. Like you don't
Yeah.
mess with the king.
like
And
he's
then-
the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bunny sucks because you know it's a bunny.
bunny.
The bunny's probably always paranoid.
And runs away.
Yep.
And
Hippo.
I don't.
What are hippos?
He's just we don't really know a ton about him right now, other than the fact that he's like.
I
outmatched.
don't think honey badgers are bloodthirsty.
Well,
they're
yeah.
just, yeah.
I think literally
I don't-
they played her on like that joke of like honey badgers don't care, honey badgers don't give a shit. Like
That's
that
true.
video.
Because that's
stuff.
what it said in the video. Is like honey badgers get like angry when they're interrupted by like eating someone else's prey or something.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Oh yeah, they'll interrupt someone else's like eating.
Yeah. Honey badgers are just cool.
They're
Like,
pretty
oh,
cool.
you're eating something. This is mine now.
Can I have some? Oh, I don't care about your opinion. Gob, gob, gob.
Can I have some? No, this is mine. I caught it fair and square. Oh, for a gare.
I'm a freaking honey badger.
Yeah, I think that's I do think they play a little bit into the character like thing, like the characters
They
kind
play
of
into
play
the
off.
animals like real world.
Yeah, like what they're perceived as. Because there's like a kind of cool bit with like so basically the lion kills 2 people, like in one kills 2 people like a half second,
So
and
a redemption story.
the hippo's like oh shit cool, but it's just kind of this whole thing. Basically, the cheetah gets trapped by the snake and the gecko, and the lion and the cheetah are on the same team. Like they kind of group them together and that kind of stuff, and then you just have the misfits of a fucking
The
rabbit
news.
and a honey badger and hippo.
Oh, are you gonna get the tiger?
Yeah, it's not the tiger is we were saying lion, it's a tiger. That's in the thing. It's a tiger and the cheetah on the same team.
And then one
And
of them, but we don't.
The tiger is fighting
Isn't it tiger, cheetah, and bear on the same team?
or so, yeah, I think it was.
Well, not anymore,
And
'cause
yeah,
he's
bear
dead.
died.
Bear.
But the tiger is fighting a crocodile, a gorilla, and the hippo at the same time. And the hippo's like, this is crazy. Like we can't do this.
This is bonkers.
And so basically the tiger kills those two people, and then they kind of play into like, oh, you actually didn't kill the crocodile because he's in bacteria infested swamps all the time, so like he's super resistant to things. And so basically they kind of like they play into this thing where like the character of that team of the tiger and the cheetah, when the cheetah gets ambushed, he sends the tiger to go save her, and then the tiger can't because the crocodile like bit his leg. And so, like, his bomb thing goes off. Like, it doesn't explode, but it's like you have to move to that designated tile in, like, a certain amount of time, or else you'll die. And everyone's like, this was our plan all along. Like, we have to win somehow because you have, like, the best team ever.
Tiger is, like, OP.
He is. Like, he's actually the
fast,
best. Like,
he's strong.
Yeah,
That's like what a real tiger is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Fast, strong, fierce. Not very
Fierce, got talons.
And
claws.
3 different teams teamed up to
Talons,
fight him,
claws,
which I thought was kind of
wings.
funny. But then, so the reason he's going to save the cheetah lady is because the snake is going to rape her, which is just so dumb.
You literally,
Why is that
you
his
cut
main-
to a scene, like, he's like, I got you, cheetah. Then it cuts to tiger fighting, and it cuts back to, like, the snake shoving his, like, tail in her mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
and
weird.
he has her tied up, and, like he
this.
actually has her, like, her legs, like, or it's, like, spread eagle, and, like, it's really uncomfortable and just not appropriate, and, like, I hated that. It was so cringy.
Yeah.
And he talks about his private parts in that part, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to do this to you," and all this stuff. And I'm like, "Bruh, that is so unnecessary. Like, I am not okay with this."
Cross the line.
Yeah, like actually, like this is borderline just weird now. like, I don't enjoy what happened in
I
that
would be
time.
curious to see what the manga has in it, to see
It's
what
probably
they
just-
cut out.
I didn't even think about that because it still had to be cut for like TV.
Yeah.
So, that's just I did
Why?
not like
It's
that
just
at all.
gross.
But then basically like Namato kind of let feelings overrun because the cheetah is the one who was friends with Hitomi outside. Like that was the girl that like, taught her how to like hold her powers and stuff and do things.
Yeah.
And like took her underwear and chased her around. So he sends her to go save
They're
her.
friends.
And then everyone kind of makes fun of him because he's like, "Oh, you let feelings run your game. Like your piece can die now." And that's kind of where episode 5 ends and where we stopped, basically, of her like she's getting beat up by the snake, and then the cheetah somehow gets like out and saves her, kind of. So now they're gonna fight, and I hope the fucking snake dies because that dude
I
sucks.
feel like the snake won't die because I feel like that's kind of like a Japanese thing.
That's like, he wanted to die so much that he just survived somehow.
Yeah, it's so bad. I hate him. Like. And the dumb thing is he's not even the main protagonist because the tiger is gonna be, at least for like this little arc of like the destroyer, and he's just such a creepy, just like not relevant character. But
He's
like
just-
they still made him like that fucking messed up, you know,
Yeah.
like which I think is just weird. But
Yeah, I don't know why they add that. Like I don't know, because in Berserk there were some rape scenes. And I was like, well, I mean, it didn't show it, but it implied
Yeah.
it. It was like, why? Like I don't
know, but
like. What does that add besides
I guess
that? I'm now grossed out.
I think in Berserk it would add a little bit more than it would in like this kind of
because
scenario.
Berserk was raped as a kid by a guy.
I think rape has like a backstory is kind of cool, but like being like a rapist as like that's who I am, and as a character. I don't
wait,
know.
what? Repeat what you said?
So I think like rape or like trauma like that is kind of interesting in a backstory than it is as a character.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, because the character. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
kind
And
of.
I'm not saying like just rape. Like
You're not saying like rape is interesting. You're just saying that like
I'm
it's
saying like
it's a way for character
a
development.
very human like like a very human.
A background and not as a person.
Yeah, not like.
Because the snake as a person is a rapist, but like if he talks about,
but like Guts, where like, oh shit, he was like
his
raped
background
as a
was a
kid.
rapist. That's not as bad as a character like wanting to rape someone all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like obviously rape isn't cool in
Yeah.
any like it, but like at the same time it's also cartoon characters like,
Yeah.
but at the same time like they just have ramifications of like, you know, you
Yeah, for-
shouldn't
like,
like
for Guts-
appropriate that kind of
For
thing.
Guts,
but-
it's like, oh, he was raped and like he came out of his mom's womb as she was being like,
No, she was hung.
yeah,
and
she
then
was like hung and stuff.
That's edgy right there.
That's like weird stuff, but that's what then makes the character like, oh, this is why he's fucked up. This character
Is just
fucked up.
is
Yeah.
is in the current time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just doing this because, like, yeah. No, like, I can understand, like, I'm not saying, like, it shouldn't be something that's, like, totally off limits. Just,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this up in your face with, like,
I don't think
I've already sexually assaulted, like, 3 people in the span of 5 episodes. Like,
Yeah.
that's just,
I don't
like,
think I've ever
weird.
like encountered a character that's been like that.
Yeah.
That's been
Yeah,
like, I rape.
I've never seen something like that before.
Just like having the person in your parameters that has done something as vile as rape is just unsettling.
Yeah.
Because it's like when they were on the boat, it's like you did what, my guy?
Yeah,
It's
that's
it's
not cool.
I don't want to be near you. I want you off this boat.
Yeah.
It's so weird how
It's like being in a room with a murderer. It's like this guy like killed innocent people.
Weirdly enough, we're actually okay with the murder, but not, like,
Rape.
the rape.
Yeah.
Like, I think that, like,
What?
it's like weird how like that is played on the like the desensitization of like them fighting to the point of death. But no, that was just, I guess it's taboo though, you know, it's like something that's not talked about and
Yeah, we're not supposed
not
to.
really something that should be like, you know, as like open as it is, I guess, in there. That's my one big like, I'm not okay with that in this anime. Like, I don't want to.
So
I'm not
would that be like your
enjoying
turn-off?
that. Honestly,
Not for like a whole for the whole season, but just for like
yeah, I mean, like, I'm still gonna watch it at the same time. I just feel like there's other ways they could have made that not,
you could have made him evil by
Yeah.
not having it be rape.
or like you could have implied it in a less in my face, like really weird, like unnecessary
That's kind of
way.
like something they've been doing, like with the nude shit. Like these are boobs, and just like I'm also a rape. Like
Yeah, I guess it's always kind of been a thing implied in like animes and stuff, but yeah, like.
never like explicit like visuals.
Yeah, like there's a snake. Literally, like he has her like in like a position, and like his tail is like going down her throat, and
Ugh.
like yeah, it's weird. It was very creepy.
just chomp down.
I really don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah,
It's just making me. It gives me fucking the weirdest like
Willies.
heebie-jeebies. Yeah, I don't enjoy that character. Like I hope he is done soon. But
I guess predictions on what's to come. Like what
well,
you think.
yeah, like we could also talk a little more about like what we like and don't like.
I would
'Cause
like to see
overall
the
I
snake
do-
die.
Overall, I do like the anime. Like I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good.
So far, I like the fighting because I usually a lot of animes that I've watched are just like a lot of like talking and little bits of fighting. But so far, it's been like there's been fights just sprinkled
Yeah,
upon the episode.
but I think character development is also kind of important. Like
yeah,
I enjoy the development of the characters through like talking and stuff. But I agree. Like I think the fighting, I almost think it's a little too much. But that's just my
yeah, they kind of drop you in. They just go like, bam.
It's just kind of like it just happens. Like
They drop you in. They're just like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, remember, yeah. They're just
it seems like nothing's off limits in their fighting. Like you can try to kill teammates before they can enter the destroyer and stuff like that. Like that was kind of a thing, you know. And I don't know. Like, what was your opinion?
I thought it was weird that they started them like separated. Like they're a team, but they start like.
Yeah, like you have to group up if you like want.
I guess
like
that's kind of. I guess that's kind of cool, and that definitely leaves like an extra edge to it. Like, oh,
it adds
shit,
like tactical layers.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like, could we start off together?
Think the main reason for that is it makes it so Ratelle has to do everything by herself. Because like the rabbit's not, you know what I mean? Like it just kind of fits into like the whole thing of her just fighting everybody by herself. Like she's just gonna do whatever she wants. But other than that, like overall, you know, like as a series so far, what are you liking and not liking?
What do I like?
Do I enjoy this?
I go like this, and all I see is like boobies, like.
Yeah. I like the bobs.
I don't know. I'm more like I really like story, like background and story and stuff, than like characters. I don't think I'm really attached to any character, but I'm always like, ooh, what's gonna happen next? Like, oh, how are they gonna get out of this pickle? This pickle.
Yeah.
That's what I guess that's like almost anything. Like I'm just addicted to like the drama.
So you like more of like the story rather than the fighting?
I like the story.
It's interesting that you guys are brothers, but like Truman likes one specific. Like he only likes fighting, really.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, fuck story, and you're like, I like story a lot more.
Yeah.
I tend to lean towards like you because I think like good.
I like lore. I like the meat. I'm like the.
Well, I like lore
You know
too, but like what I have like something with. Because, like, if there's a fight going on, and it's, like, between a guy that has, like, two, like, huge backstories.
But Truman would I guess I would, too, though. Like, I would rather prefer watching anime with
lore
and fighting instead of an anime with, like, a
lore and talking.
See, but, like, the fight, like, to me, the talking and, like, the building up makes the fight that much better.
Yeah, it adds, like...
Like, with Emperor Netero
adds, like,
and Mizuki. Or not Mizuki. What was his name? Meruem in Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Like that fight, like that was insanely long and way too much character build up and like development, but like it made that fight way worth it. Or like P2 and Gon, like
it adds like emotion to it.
Yeah.
Because you're on their side. Because it's like when Naruto fought Pain, it was like, okay, he's gonna bring that freaking hammer.
You felt that.
You hurt his best friends.
You felt that.
He shows up. It's like
it's such like a huge thing. There's 3 giant frogs. He's just sitting there, just like. You're furking with my village, my guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, I would agree. I think when done right, like a good combination of the two. Honestly, I prefer a little bit more like the character development.
Like if I had a percentage, I'd be like 70%. I like just the combat. I just like fast paced, like the battle between Naruto and Sasuke, the final battle. I like the fast pace. Is like 7%. I like combat, and the rest would be like lore. Yeah. Probably if I could put that.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing because I don't really watch a lot of any other animes that are like story driven. I guess I feel like that doesn't make sense, but I don't like ones that are like high school DxD. I don't know if there's any fighting that, but every anime that I've seen is like, here's our hero and here's what he's got to deal with, and also some bumps in the road.
We've never seen like those movies. Like, what's that movie that Austin wanted us to watch? That was like really, I don't even remember. It's about like the guy and the girl that like fall in love and like.
Oh, this is the end of the world or something. Is that the Netflix thing?
Wait,
no, it's an anime.
Oh.
Like, and it's not fighting. It's literally just like actually people, but it's like widely considered one of the best like animes ever made.
Really, I like fighting.
I like
a lot of fighting, a wee bit of fan service.
I like fighting with.
A wee bit of fan service.
I like fighting with like a character that has ambition to do like their quest. The one thing I don't like about Berserk is that he's a mercenary and he's like, I fight because I can. Mm-hmm. But like
I fight because.
What's that one really like well-renowned anime guy? He like hand draws every scene.
Miyamoto. That's not. The dude, Studio Ghibli. I
Yeah.
can't think of his name right now.
It's like what was it? It was like the Prince or something like that.
Oh,
Prince Mononoke.
Princess Mononoke.
It starts out with this guy. He gets infected by this boar that he's hunting, and he gets superpowers, but he's also gonna die. Mm-hmm. So he's like, I gotta like find a cure to this shit. So like. I just remember that he was being hunted down and he like shot a arrow at this guy and he shot through both of his hands and his hands ripped off and stabbed into a tree and I was like, whoa, like, holy fuck. Yeah.
Dude, I like it when he shot the arrow and you can see the wobble in the arrow.
Yeah, boom, in the air because that's what it looks like. Yeah. Anyway.
So do you think like Hitomi is like kind of fighting like?
I think
how do you relate it with? Because this one's, I've never seen an anime like this before, actually.
Neither have I.
A lot of the character development isn't really character development, it's just fluff.
Yeah,
and
it's like to be like,
the fighting is like...
It's like, oh, and she's this. And
it's
like,
not very purposeful either, you know what I mean? Like, but
I feel
but I still enjoy it. Like, I don't know why I still enjoy it. I still, like, kind of want to keep watching.
It's like the fast food of anime. Like,
yeah.
they're like, you know, it's like... It's
I
all.
think-
It's not like a cuisine. It's not like
Here's the
Naruto
meat,
or
Here's the
Goku.
cheese, and we're gonna add some.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
quick.
it's like a Lunchable.
Yeah, it's like a Lunchable.
They're good, but like they're quick.
You got your Oreo, you got your crackers, you got your cheese,
Yeah,
but
your
it's like
meat.
you got your boobs, you got your fighting, you got your kind of lore.
Hell yeah. Wow, I was gonna say something about that, onto that, but yeah, no. Other than that, like I guess we could talk about kind of like predictions for the like what do you think will happen next?
I think the master has something he's trying to do. I feel like he's heading towards something. I feel like he's trying to do something.
Yeah, you know, like when you have like shadow government, like
Yeah.
CEO,
Yeah.
like there's something that
There's-
like they're
he's-
gonna come out of nowhere with.
He's
and be
trying to
like,
accomplish something within the group.
Yeah,
It's either good or bad.
yeah.
Like they're gonna be fighting for this bad guy all along. I feel
And
like
people like they talk about how like her master, like Ishida or whatever his name is, Ishida or something like that. He's like bad too. Like the only reason he's fighting is because he wants to test.
You see a little bit of it. You see a little bit of like why, like what his motives are.
like his motives are literally just like test limits and like see like who and what like makes the best like characters and shit.
Yeah, I also like the whole like, oh, so this person's being used, and then later you find out. So like, Hitomi.
Mhm.
Hitomi is using
the guy.
the dude, but then later we'll probably find out that the main, like the boss man, is using her, and she is using him.
Yeah,
I like that sort of stuff where it's like, oh fuck, you just got played twice.
Yeah, like you're using somebody, but you're also being used.
Yeah.
Like you think you're, and she totally thinks she's in control.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
but like
Like everything was planned. You're like,
I don't think I think
no.
they do. It does a good job of like they don't realize how expendable they are. You know what I mean? I guess so.
Oh, I want to see like, oh, here's your sister. Like
And she's
Wisconsin Badger.
Wisconsin Badger.
Yeah.
Is that a different breed of badger?
No, it's just a,
Like what would
He
be
was
what would
joking.
be like what would be a good matchup to a badger? Like what's like a badger?
What's gonna happen?
I guess
no
like a
idea.
lion right out of the gate. A lion's like, why the fuck would a badger lose to a lion?
yeah.
I guess I don't know. A
Size.
hummingbird.
He's just really
Just
fast.
super weird. I don't know. But overall, Killing Bites, interesting. I don't know. If you're just like looking for something to watch,
You want something to snack on?
it's not something like I'm a recommend like every person should see it because
it's
it's
definitely not like an everyone should.
It's
see
not a
this.
conventional anime. Well,
It's like-
is it a conventional anime? You got your boobs. You got
your
your
boobs.
You got your fighting. You got your other stuff.
It's yeah. I don't know.
It's not Naruto. It's not Goku.
Definitely not something like I'm gonna say you need to go out and watch if you're interested. Like it's not a total waste of your time. Like you'll be amused. I think so.
And
if you're
it's
looking for-
entertainment.
Yeah, if you're looking for another anime, watch this one.
Probably I don't know. I think it'd be cool to do reviews like stay up to date with it as it releases. So I
Yeah.
think me and Tucker at least will kind of do like episode like reviews each week.
Yeah, we'll kind of be like, oh, so come back for the next episode. It'll be over episode 6.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll do episode 6.
I'll-
Kind of like a little recap, I guess, of episode 6.
Yeah, just talk about shit we like and don't like about it and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I'll probably catch up if Chowder doesn't call to me.
if Chowder.
June's got a whole TV show. He's got to
Next podcast will be about Chowder actually because Truman is
Watch his Chowder.
apparently like
I'd give you
loves
the whole.
Chowder.
I'd give you the
Where do
whole.
you think Chowder's
Yo,
going?
remember the episode when Chowder fake dies and they have to go to this person's toilet and they go through the
Oh my
toilet?
God.
Okay, we're actually all right. We're done here. We are Anime Overdrive and we are out.
Outro noise music. Also, Tucker, are you gonna